Hey YouTube, today I'm going to do a fact check on Katie Hopkins to see if she has all her marbles in one basket.
My name's Katie Hopkins and I need you to remember one number for me, just the one, and it's this, 388. That is not the number of people that have called me a haggard old cow.
Right off the bat, she gives us an arbitrary number of 388 and then says that is not the number of people who have called me a haggard old cow, as a way to make us feel sorry for her.
388 is the total number of people under the age of 60 who died from COVID. 388 under the age of 60 since the pandemic began. These people didn't have any known pre-existing health conditions. These people had tested positive, maybe, for COVID, and this number of people died.
She then proceeds with a claim of the same number, that is the total number of people under the age of 60 who've died from COVID. 388 under the age of 60 since the pandemic began. She states that these people didn't have any pre-existing medical conditions and that they tested positive for COVID, maybe. My first question is this: where are the facts to back up this claim, Katie? Was she privileged to their medical information in order for her to ascertain the number of 388? She continues to waffle on for a bit regarding how 388 people have been responsible for a whole slew of issues in the country.
And you know, they talk about hospitals being under pressure. Part of me wonders if it's because people have been practicing their TikTok routines. But you know, for the staff that have chosen not to show up to work, not the ones that are still there, the ones that are self-isolating or needing to stay home on furlough, this number, 70.
She then pulls another number out, which I'm guessing she spent a lot of time designing and printing, of 76,200. She claims that this number is the number of NHS staff members that failed to show up for work on one day, which was Friday the 30th of October. Now, just to raise a couple of points here. Number one, she has no evidence to back up her claim, but luckily I was able to find some for her. I've added the references to the description below. Across England, more than 76,200 NHS staff members were absent from work on Friday the 30th of October, equivalent to more than 6% of the total workforce. This included 25,293 nursing staff and 3,575 doctors. More than a third of Friday's total, 27,136, were off work because they were either infected with coronavirus or forced to self-isolate. In total, 9,137 nurses were off work because of COVID, along with 7,273 other clinical staff such as care assistants. Also hit by COVID-19 were 2,000 doctors and 1,580 allied health professionals such as physiotherapists and paramedics. In the Northwest region, almost 17,000 staff were absent, with 7,459 linked to COVID, 44% of the total. This was mirrored in Lancashire, South Cumbria, Greater Manchester, the North East and Yorkshire, where COVID-related absences were all more than 40%. In Nottingham, almost 48% of the staff absences were linked to COVID, with 1,300 off work.
6,200. This is the number of NHS staff that failed to show up for work, that pulled a sickie on one day. It was Friday the 30th of October. You want to know why our NHS is under pressure, why our hospitals can't take any more people, why ambulances are queued outside? Because in one day in the NHS, 76,000 people decided not to show up for work.
She derogatorily says pulled a sickie, as if people legitimately getting sick or doing the responsible thing in preventing the spread of the disease is a massive inconvenience to her.
I'm not allowed to say either of those two things. I'm not allowed to tell you that only 388 people under the age of 60 have died.
She also conveniently ignores the fact that over 200 NHS staff have already died from this disease.
From COVID since this pandemic began, and nobody is allowed to criticise the NHS or the people sitting at home on furlough, the doctors and nurses refusing to show up for work. My name is Katie Hopkins, and both those facts are perfectly true.
Now, I'm not claiming that she is either right or wrong, but if you're going to make claims about something that you claim as a fact, then apart from making sure that you have all the research and facts to back up those claims, don't take it out of context just to self-promote. She also ignores the fact that while there may only be 388 people dying from COVID under the age of 60 with no pre-existing medical conditions, this is still a percentage of a percentage. She's completely ignoring the bigger picture, the total number of people who have died from this disease. So while Crackpot Katie is busy cherry-picking her facts to promote herself, she is being ignorant of the whole. Yes, younger people who are healthier and stronger than older people have a higher chance of surviving. But come on, Katie, why are you ignoring everyone else who has died from this disease? If you enjoy watching these videos as much as I enjoy making them, then please consider clicking on those like and subscribe buttons. Also, please click on the notification bell icon so that you can be notified when new videos are released. Before I end off, I would like to rate Katie Hopkins using the Crackpot Quotient formula. So, using the above formula, we can give her an idiotic giggle factor value of about a 7. A facepalm strength rating, I'll give her an 8. A word salad usage value, I'll give her about a 6 on that one. Regurgitating stuff she's read online and everything, yeah, about a 6. A level of disbelief, this one is going to be about an 8. An egocentricity value, this is huge. She is just getting a full-on 10. She didn't get too angry in the video, so I'll give her about a 2. Understanding scale of what she's speaking about, she gets a 1. And a fact-checking value, a big fat round 0. Now, taking all that into account, working out her Crackpot Quotient index, she gets about a 167. Well deserved, Katie, well deserved.